My name is Karla Austin, and I am a production and development engineer at Caribbean Utilities Company in Grand Cayman. My father actually was spending time working on the family car with my dad. Initially, my first career choice was as far away from STEM as you could possibly think. I wanted to be a lawyer. I liked English and history and reading. But I was exposed to mechanics and auto mechanics at a very early age, and I wanted to pursue it. My mother was reluctant to let her daughter go off to Polytechnic and do the auto mechanics course, but she got a bit more excited when I started talking about the Mechanical Engineering Associate Degree program at the Barbados Community College. I would say the opportunities came up. So I was in sixth form at Harrison College. I was doing A-level subjects that I really wasn't sure where I would go from there. And the community college had an ad in the paper saying that they had places left on the mechanical engineering course. So I talked to my mom and she was like, okay, I think a mechanical engineer, that sounds a lot better to her. So she allowed me to apply, and I got in, and I literally, I'd gone back to upper six at Harrison College, and BCC called and said, you've been accepted. I was ready and raring to go. And doing that associate degree program and starting to discover that I liked it, all of a sudden, math and physics and the things that were challenging, seeing how they were applied to engineering, it made it so much more fascinating. And I found that I actually did better at it. At that time, no, I can't really think of having a strong female role model that would have captured my attention. I did, however, still seek out mentors and found support from males that were already in the profession. Engineering, it is a heavy male-dominated field, but I have had the strong support of male mentorship. And now in the mid-stage of my career, yes, the more I find females, either young women colleagues, I'm banding together and networking and trying now to mentor others. But in my early career, no, even in class sizes, the ratio has always been like 10 to 1, so 10 males to 1 female. And that continued even through to university. So when I started STEM, I went straight directly to mechanical engineering. Like I said, my mom said no to auto mechanics, and I was like, okay, so I'm going to do mechanical engineering and try to stay as close to cars as I possibly can. That continued with my university career choices. So my undergraduate degree is actually mechanical engineering with a heavy automotive manufacturing focus. So I kind of lean towards those subjects as well, internal combustion engines, automotive manufacturing technology. And for my final year undergraduate program, I was actually part of something in the UK called the Formula Student Program. The challenge to take a STEM course, because like I said, I started out wanting nothing to do with math or physics, but my mother challenged me. She had done poorly in physics when she was at school. She said, I'm going to challenge you financially to see if you can do better than me. And the encouragement of winning a bet, I kind of seized it. So I took physics outside of school. And then discovering that it wasn't so bad, and just being exposed to the mechanical engineering program and the tutors there, and being encouraged by them to pursue it. I had some really great teachers at Barbados Community College that brought the subject to life in some ways, and then also offered very practical experience in others. So that was very handy to keep encouraging me to keep going. I learned different ways to do things, obviously being female in the world to apply to a particular situation, but you learn to apply engineering to it, leverage and tools that I could use to my advantage to still be able to work effectively and efficiently. It was being exposed to being able to create things and make things and how things worked and how you could make things better and improve things, make them smaller, faster. Extracting that sort of performance from machinery was just very exciting to get to learn what you could do, how these things were made, what goes into the process of making something that you use every day, like your car, the different ways of manufacturing and how those large industries work. I think, as engineers, we don't often understand the impact that we do have on the world. In fact, that was something we were challenged with in the first year of university, is just to get a better understanding of, engineers are the ones that we make the tools and the technologies that the doctors use to save lives, and how important our contribution is to the development of the world. So for me, 2 points. Becoming a chartered engineer, that was a really fulfilling moment. That was kind of the culmination of the journey through academics and then into the workforce. So it's a professional recognition that you get within your industry. And I really thought that was a defining moment for me. And then the problem solving. So again, the impact that you have in your company, in industry, where you are troubleshooting, you're finding out problems, making diagnoses, and then you're also finding the solutions to those problems and those challenges, and the feeling of satisfaction that you get when it's been executed or a project is finished and you can see the final result. Go for it. It's definitely an exciting field. You are free to pursue your passions. You really understand that limitations are sometimes things that are set by others. And once you are exposed to something and you find you have a love for it, always try to follow your heart and your passions, because then you will be much better and have a much greater impact on something that you love doing, rather than maybe just choosing a field where, people may say that you may be more comfortable to fit just because of your gender. So by all means, stretch yourself, challenge yourself, and encourage yourself to do better, and that in turn will encourage someone else.